What's up, y'all?
to Soul Status After Dark.
What is this, like episode 4 for you already?
I don't know. This is really like episode 2 of the podcast, but
Yeah.
maybe episode 4 of Soul Status After Dark.
This is the official episode 2 podcast with Chris Proctor.
Monday night.
I'm
podcast.
back.
Monday night podcast. We record these every Monday.
Yeah. So hopefully by now, the Buckeyes will have won.
That's
the
what
national
we're
title.
hoping for.
As you can see, we're OSU'd up.
But yeah, we're actually trying to get the game on right here in front of us. Like we're literally it's 8 o'clock on Monday, trying to watch the game. You know,
And
we're also trying to
make a podcast.
Yeah, podcast
At the same time.
Yep.
A lot of stuff that went down this week. Shout out to all you Browns fans.
Yes.
You won a playoff game. You beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I know there's a ton of Pittsburgh fans
Tons
out here
in
that
Toledo.
are big mad. I'm okay with it. Also, I was happy for the Browns. I'm happy for Cleveland. It's an Ohio team. I'm a Cowboys fan by trade, so F everybody still in the playoffs.
The Browns, I think, deserve it way more because
It's been so long.
old Ben,
Like
man.
17
Who wants
years.
to see Ben Roethlisberger.
His arm's
again?
shot. His arm is shot.
He's been shot 2 years ago, but like you say, congrats to the Browns. Good luck next week.
One of my favorite things about this whole thing is them making fun of Juju. No more goofy dancing. Not that I think that is why they lost, but I don't have to see it anymore. He can go be a TikTok star. He can go get his offseason started.
Oh, he's blowing up.
Shout out
on
to him.
TikTok,
His Twitch stream is actually pretty good too.
Yeah.
So shout out to Juju. Don't do that show on Star again. And see you next year, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, how was your week? How was your weekend?
Weekend's good. Week was pretty busy. We've been trying to, get 2021 started, trying to find sneaker events that are going on. Supposedly, we're still good. Tickets are still on sale for SneakerCon, March 20th, which we do have a table. We do have that event going on. If
Which SneakerCon?
SneakerCon Cleveland.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen. I mean, there shouldn't be any issue with it this year, but
please.
Who knows? I mean, the vaccine is getting distributed right now, so as long as we keep in mind that there's certain precautions that we have to follow, like wearing masks, keeping distance, being mindful. I think now that everybody's sort of on board with those protocols, we shouldn't have any issues with events like that. So
I agree. So March 20th, come check us out. Come see the table. We will be there. Chris,
How many tables do you plan on having?
Just one. Because, if you get 2 or 3, just to have the manpower and the craziness, I still like to have the shop open possibly and go to SneakerCon until that day comes. We may have to close for one day, which isn't bad. You guys will miss
I'd like
us.
to have 2. I think 2's good.
2 days off?
No, 2 tables.
2 tables.
Yeah.
I would like to have 1 table for buying, 1 table for selling, and I think that would be the move so that you can sort of cycle through inventory and have different people that have different jobs. Like if we had, for example, you and let's say, Pete on 1 table and you guys were just buying.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was me and Chad on 1 table and we were just selling, or vice versa. I think that might be actually like a really nice workflow.
Yeah, I agree.
That's dope. Speaking of buying and selling, we made a video last week about Fire Red 4s.
We did.
I see a big old stack. Moose put his money where his mouth is.
Yeah, there's about 22 pairs back there. Some people were saying some things in the DMs and in the comments.
They were hating on it. It's a fire shoe. Watch, that thing's gonna blow up. It's like the Black Cat.
What's crazy is we bought a Fire Red 4, like the previous release of the Fire Red 4. I got the pair back there. It's DS. I do agree. The color looks better. But honestly, on this shoe, the leather looks great. The Nike Air on the back. I stand by what I said. I believe that shoe in 6 months is at least a $400 shoe.
It's that Nike Air on the back, man. That's the differentiator.
Time will tell.
Which it's crazy that a shoe like that sat for as long as it did, especially it being an OG. Something else that is kind of sitting, but they're starting to move.
Yeah.
These monsters.
Yes. Speaking of something that's sitting.
From our last podcast, me and Chris thought these were decent. They were nice.
Well, you and Pete.
Or was it Pete?
Yeah, it was Pete. But the details of this shoe, I think, are good. Like, there are things I really do like about the shoe.
The naked foam, it's cool. All these cool things, but when you look at it, you think, would you really wear something like this?
You know what? LeBron just wore them for a pregame, and I'm sure the pictures are out there. The fit was fine, but it's not my favorite shoe. I think it either needed to be all Volt on the collar and on the heel, or all University Gold. That's just me. I do like the backwards tongue. I know Moose feels different. I like the deconstruct. I like the tongue.
That plastic.
Period. I like how the foam is exposed there. I think the materials are fine. You know, I'm a sucker for sail laces. I'm glad they threw the sail laces back in there. I like the sail
that was cool.
midsole. The shoe is mostly fine.
The rubber's alright. The material.
It's alright. Not the best.
Yeah, it's whatever.
I totally agree with Chris. They should have picked one color or the other. I mean, I think it's kind of it just makes it harder to wear when you're picking like two different colors that are similar but so different. I do like the tongue for the most part, but honestly, I feel like the one part of the shoe that could have brought the yellow and the Volt together, which would have been this tag, because as you guys can see, the Nike Air is in Volt. And the tag is yellow. I think that's the one part that could have brought both of those colors together on the front of the shoe, and they turned it around and hit it. And who wants to, like, honestly, I mean, you guys know me. I'm a made in a USA type of guy. I really do appreciate products that are made in USA and supporting our local, manufacturers and producers and artists here in the States. And so the first thing I see when I look at this is the giant made in China on this tag. And it just, to me, it's something that I want hidden. I don't want to like really have to acknowledge the fact that my shoe is made in China. It seems like they decided to cheap out on the stitching again. Same quality as they did with the Lucky Greens, where they did the single stitch around the toe box. It's like, it's just enough to keep the leather from falling apart. Also here on the flaps, I mean, granted, I do like the look of lacing underneath this flap, but I just wish that they would have double stitched it, and I really wish that they had double stitched this heel here, just like they do here. I mean, if you really compare this shoe to like even like the Mochas or any like GR Jordan 1, it seems almost to me like a fake Jordan, like something that you would see at, I don't know, like an outlet, or even maybe like a Gabe's. Or a Ross.
You're hurting the shoe.
I'm also upset about the fact that they just left this foam uncovered. I mean,
I like the foam.
You know what's crazy though?
Wear it.
Get this dirty one time, see what happens.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be mad.
Yeah, we have a cleaning company, and I'm not confident in cleaning this material. I don't feel like anybody here has a solution to cleaning that foam, because once that dirt sort of penetrates inside of this foam, it's very porous. I mean, if you get mud on it, if you drop like let's say wine or even just like tea on it or something, I mean, it's gonna discolor it, and it's pretty much over with.
I mean, even the jeans is gonna bleed right through.
Buy another pair?
No. Don't you have the spray?
Yeah, we do have Rejuvenator, but at the same time, I don't even think. I mean, you'd have to do quite a few layers underneath.
It's foam, it's so porous.
Yeah, I mean, however, things I do like about the shoe.
Let's hear them.
Okay, I do like the color of the black toe. Like, I like the color blocking of the black toe. I do like the off-white midsole. I love the black outsole, because, who doesn't love a black outsole? You don't have to worry about wearing the shoe and it becoming yellow or discoloring or picking up any dirt, showing any dirt. I kind of wish that they'd have done the zoom insole on this, because this kind of reminds me of like a Racer Blue in terms of like the the collar and like how just sort of the structure of the shoe. If they'd have done the zoom insole, it would have been at least comfortable to wear this trash.
You want to make it worse by adding the zoom?
The zoom will make it instantly more comfortable.
Instantly.
Nobody cares about comfort. Nobody wears zooms.
Yeah, who cares about comfort these days?
You're wearing a Jordan 1s made in 85. You don't wear this to be comfortable.
But here's the thing. We're wearing Jordan 1s made in 2020. So they should be comfortable, because...
No.
They redid the Chucks to make them more comfortable.
And nobody buys those.
I actually would if I could find a pair.
Really?
Yeah, why not? The shoe looks the same. They just changed the inside of the sole.
Actually, I think Nike stopped making the zoom bottoms on that.
They probably did.
I think they did.
No, they stopped making the Lunar Line insole. The Lunar Line insole is what they had in the Converse. That was honestly one of the best technologies that Nike's ever developed. I think I'm almost positive that that's the same technology that they put in most of the later Kobe's. I mean, people love that insole. it's like it's a piece of foam
Yeah.
that's like an inch thick. It's basically their Ultra Boost.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like memory foam before memory foam for your feet.
Exactly. I love that technology.
For your feet.
I'm really upset with Nike for discontinuing the Lunar line.
I'm sure they had their reasons.
More Jordan 1s on the way. UNC 1s versus the Hyper Royal 1s.
That's right.
Which ones do you like more? I feel like it's a battle of almost the same colorway.
It is, but they're different materials.
They are different materials.
So one's more of the turbo green, and one's more of your... I don't know how to explain the other one.
I'm all in on the Hyper. I like the gray swoosh. I like the material, like the Hyper Royals. Ugh.
I'd pick the UNC.
Why?
I feel like the UNC is just that classy Jordan look. You know, it's the color blocking is beautiful, and then just something about suede Jordan 1. The suede is cool, but kind of reminds me of the Japan series with that gray swoosh.
I like the gray swoosh, and I have the navy Japans. So I'm kind of in a weird place because I have the Obsidians, I have the navy Japans,
and you look good when you wear the navy Japans. Like it looks good on foot.
Yeah, but do I need another light blue or blue in general Jordan 1? I mean, the answer is yes. They're going to get that $170 out of me.
Well, here's the thing. Turbo greens were super underrated when they came out. If I remember correctly, they were sitting in stores for like quite a while. I mean, I still remember going into a store and them sitting on the shelves.
Yeah.
And they weren't even like considered for resale. So, and they came out with that other shoe that I want to say it was like gray. Had a little bit of orange in there.
Was it the Crimson Tint?
Yeah.
Because I had those. I traded those. I brought those in.
I bought them off you, yeah.
Yes, you did.
And I sold them pretty quick.
I know. And I was like, damn, I kind of want them back.
Yo.
That's a great shoe. I mean, that's a great shoe. The turbos are a great shoe. I tend to agree with Chris about the colorways. I prefer the turbo university blue, if we would call it that. I mean, and I also believe that that's going to do better. Just that gray in there, it does it for me more than the black does on the swoosh. To be honest, like when it comes to ones, I'm like really particular about the colorways with ones. I think that they've come out with so many colors of ones because they're so popular right now and they keep selling out. Why wouldn't you? I mean, Nike has continued to come out with one highs. They've done women extended sizing. They've done a lot of mids this year. They've done a lot of lows over the past couple of years. I mean, if it's working, I get it. You keep doing it. But at the same time, I think it makes me more picky when it comes to the colorways. It's kind of like the same thing with fives with me. They've come out with a lot of fives recently, and I'm really, really picky with fives as well.
Right. Even 12s, they came out with a lot of them.
Yeah.
And a lot of them didn't do that good, and some, actually very few, shot up. But you're right, they are pumping out colors. It's crazy.
So what do we think about projections for what do you think those things are going to resell for? How fast do you think those things are going to sell out?
I see it starting at about the $250 to $300 range for resale. And surprisingly, it might jump in the month to like $350 probably. Kind of like the Mocha effect.
I think it's going to do the exact same thing with the Mocha. What is it? The Turbo Green, when that first shot up, it shot up.
Yeah, but the Mocha was off the Travis Scott. You know what I mean?
Correct. And the Mocha, I mean, I think that's going to be an even more expensive shoe come spring. Like, people are going to acetone off the Spring 19, which I wouldn't have done. I didn't mind that little detail when they added it to those two shoes. But I think this Volt, this thing's going to shoot up in the springtime. Those hyper Royals are going to go way, way up. And it's just going to be nuts for those. That's going to be a $350 shoe come March.
I think the UNC is going to do better. But Moose, what's your take on the Hyper Royals?
I believe that, honestly, the UNC... Well, we're going to catch a lot of flack for calling them the UNCs because they're not a UNC one.
What's the name of it?
I mean, it's a university blue with the black. I don't know what exactly the name's gonna, what people are gonna call them. You know which ones we're talking about. The ones with the black swoosh and the university blue. Those are going to be, I would say, between $300 and probably $450, depending on the size, right off the bat, because it's the first one that's going to be coming out in 2021, and it's also a really clean colorway. It's going to go with a lot of different pieces that are coming out in the spring. I have a feeling that University Blue is going to be the color that's sort of going to dominate the spring and summer of 2021, especially with those fours coming out that sort of look like the Travis Scott fours. So and then you have the Hyper Royals coming out after the UNCs, I think they're going to do about the same numbers, because I think anybody who doesn't cop those the University Blue ones is going to go after the Hyper Royals. So I believe that there's going to be a huge demand, because I think a lot of people are going to take L's on that. It really depends on stock numbers, but I could easily see that shoe on release weekend doing 300 plus easy that weekend. And then I could see it, so even some sizes selling for more than that in the 350 to 4. Over the long term, I see it being probably 6 months after release about a $500 shoe. The Hyper Royals, I see doing the same exact thing, especially, like I said, that colorway is going to dominate. All the creams and the earth tones really dominated 2020. I could see the University Blues doing the same in the spring and summer of 2021. What do you guys think about those poor man's Travis Scotts?
The Mochas?
The 4s.
Oh, the 4s. Those things are fire.
Yeah.
I think they're
those
sweet,
are gonna go.
and I think they're going to do the same effect because of Travis Scott. I mean, is it a better blue? I don't know. Is it going to be better material? Probably not, but it's going to be a $350, $400 shoe.
Does that push Travis even more expensive?
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you see all the Travis Scott ones after the Mochas, they've already started to go up because people are like, yeah, shit, $1,200, $1,500. Click. Now they're $2,000 and they're pushing.
It almost makes me want to come off of mine. I'm never going to do it.
I sold my pair.
Mine are just going to stick around.
So I think those Travis Scott 4s are going to do extremely well. I think even though there's a little bit of controversy over that tag on the tongue, because if you guys did see that,
I did not.
The 4 normally obviously has the normal tag on the tongue, but they added a little something on the tongue where it has this like white tag that kind of hangs off the side of the Jordan tag that we're used to. And then obviously the fact that it has a Jumpman on the back, it's a little bit of a disappointment to somebody who's looking forward to Nike Air, because they have been sort of rolling with that OG Nike Air on the back. But at the same time, you're talking about University Blue Suede 4. I mean, nice. They will sell out very quickly, absolutely. I believe. And I also think that the resale on those will probably be similar. They'll probably be 300 plus after release, and they'll very quickly climb. I think that, I mean, you guys remember the UNC 3s when those came out?
Yeah.
They were not easy to get even after release if you could find people who were willing to let go of pairs. And then the people who did let go of pairs were actually really disappointed in themselves for letting go of those pairs, and they very quickly came back around to repurchasing the pair that they sold.
I didn't do that. I thought about it. I didn't.
I mean, they were going off rip 300, 350 right off rip,
and they're still reselling for between $400 and $500.
Yeah,
now.
But they didn't jump that much, surprisingly.
Well, they started off pretty high.
Yeah, the way they started, but they were exclusive. They were really hard. A lot of the local stores, Foot Lockers, Finish Lines, they didn't get that many.
Sneakers app for me. That's where
Sneakers app, huh?
Yeah, I hit on the Sneakers app.
Nice.
It's one of my ones. 13s come out this weekend, or on the 16th.
The orange
What do we think about it? Yeah, Starfish ones. They actually go really good with that Mud Made hoodie.
I mean, I don't wear shoes to match, and I really hate bright yellows and oranges like that. I would never wear it.
I wouldn't wear them. I think the color is fine. It's just, I don't know. I have the 13s that I want.
I don't think they're going to resell.
I don't think they are either.
They're not OG. They're not...
I think it's a super brick. It's a pass for me. I mean, that's definitely an outlet shoe. I'll see that shoe in the outlet for $150 to $100, maybe even low as $130.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't see that shoe doing well. I think people who are sort of new to the resale game will try to cop and kind of scoop it up. I do see that pair maybe selling out. Probably not, though. I mean, even right now, you can go get those Volt yellow Air Jordan 1s right now. Like, there's still stores that have those pairs sitting.
Yeah. We
had customers come in yesterday that walked in a Finish Line, bought them first come, first serve, like long after first come, first serve started. And, yeah.
Oh, they're going to have returns on them and everything.
Yeah, I think you'll see a lot of returns at the outlets. You might be able to scoop a deal. If it is a pair that you're interested in, I would go ahead and sleep in on your Saturday and probably pick them up on like a maybe like a Wednesday or Thursday the following week at your local outlet.
You'll be sitting there.
That's an RTV special for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A shoe that I'm surprised was sitting is one that I copped this weekend.
Okay.
I grabbed the Radiant Red Air Max 3s. You may know it as the Infrared Air Max 90.
Those things?
Yeah, they're wearing them. They're on my feet. Copped these at Champs Saturday. Like, they were just sitting there. They had pairs. Like, I was surprised. An OG shoe. I think this is kind of my goal of 2021. I didn't really have one last time I did this, but picking up OG colorways and shoes that I loved as a kid or had before that I don't have anymore.
Okay.
So something like this. Those Air Max 95s, Silver Bullet Air Max 97s. Just things like that. I think I want to pick up a lot of that sort of thing this year.
You wouldn't catch me with those on.
I actually really like that shoe.
I like the Air Max.
I like that particular shoe because it seemed like they went back to the roots and they sort of tried to concentrate on staying true to the originals. They even have like the old school size tag on the inside of the shoe.
Yeah, that's cool.
The tongue's a little fat. You have the nice Nike logo on the tongue.
That's
Obviously,
sweet.
the color is...
It's classic 90s
It
Nike.
is classic. It really the colorway is very classic, and the silhouette is classic. For me, obviously, it's not a shoe that's going to resell, but if you're going for what you like and you're not a hype beast, and if you're our age, then that shoe does have some
It
substance.
means something to you.
Yeah.
It might mean something to you if you're in the thing. And, it's one of the things that I just remember having, like, as a kid. It's like, my mom wouldn't buy me Jordans, but I'd get, like, Air Max 90s. I got some Grant Hills. I got
$60.
I got Irises. Yeah, these things weren't expensive. So, but yeah, those are all things I think I'm going to cop in 2021.
Can you imagine that it used to be a time where people actually used to run in that shoe?
I know.
Like, it was a runner
These came with
shoe.
the arch supports too.
Yeah.
Really?
They come with the extra arch supports.
No shit.
Like, imagine running in like these. I mean, I'm not running in Air Max 95s. Those things are heavy. 97s. The straight lifestyle.
The
Like,
box is
cool.
OG too.
yep, the
isn't
OG
it?
box is the longer box. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the whole experience of opening a shoe that it seems like it has some sort of history to it. And for me, the unboxing of a shoe is like really important. And when they throw some nostalgia in there, it really helps the product for me. So I know that like a lot of the younger cats probably don't jump on that shoe. But for anybody who saw the shoe come out, 20 years ago or whenever it was, it's like 30. Was it 30
Has
years
it
ago?
30?
Air Max 90.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like that long ago.
Well, it's a cool shoe.
Yeah, I dig it. I'm happy I got
Moose
them.
likes the details. Moose likes the details.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
what do you
details
use
of these are
kinda
fire.
guy.
The materials are really nice on them. But definitely, I'm not running in these. I will go grab my Pegasus 36s
Yeah, those things are
call
bad.
it.
Speaking of
Zoom
shoes
Air.
that people are wearing, what are you wearing today, Mike?
I'm wearing New Balance today.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
made in USA, New Balance. So you like the made in USA. Don't bust me on it.
I do like the Made in USA. And
Those
I actually
1500s?
I own the same pair of shoes that you're wearing. But I just
You want to bash me?
I don't want to
Listen,
bash you. I just want you to put it out there. What are you wearing? You're
I
wearing a
like-
dad shoe.
Some good quality orthopedic pig suede, great quality materials in a shoe.
A lot of these kids don't even know what orthopedic means.
Yeah.
You will.
When
And
you get old and your feet hurt, you're going to wear some newbies.
Yeah, this guy needs a life alert.
Oh, man. Killing me. I'll wear some Jordans. I wear a lot of Jordans. I'll wear some stuff that, you don't dare wear because they hurt. But I'm a big fan of New Balance. I really like the new colors that they're bringing, and they're really into the sneaker game now. But I'll still wear the old dad.
No, I get
New
down
Balance.
with New Balance. Don't get it twisted. I really like the 997s.
Yeah.
I really also like the 997Ss. A lot of the colorways that they've been coming out with is really cool. They've been doing some collabs. The 992s, 993s. I mean, there have been some really solid shoes and solid collabs that New Balance has been coming out with lately. I just think it's funny that you would bash an Air Max 90.
I never wore Air Max as a kid.
Yeah.
I wore Sambas, and I wore just Adidas, and maybe we get some Nike, Asics. What were we wearing? Dude, it was Payless. It was no brand. You know what
It
I
was
mean?
Target.
do you
was
remember when
Kmart.
Diadoras came back out?
Yeah, I remember I never wore them. My mom would buy these like off-brand dress shoes to like dress me up, kind of. Every time we wanted to buy sneakers, she so hard.
That explains your style.
It does.
You still kind of look like your mother dresses you sometimes.
Oh my gosh,
Sometimes.
Mom! If you're watching this, it's your fault. Shame.
If you haven't been on their Instagram today, Naya.
She took up.
They've been lighting this guy up all day. I was at work and I logged in. I was like, Jesus. I said that the shoes were fire. I gave you fire.
I appreciate that.
But I mean,
I need to stop.
I'm the oldest one here, so I understand. The struggle.
You guys don't appreciate.
Your cousin Z said that you don't get the Dad of the Year award without wearing the white New Balance. You got to wear the white New Balance.
I won't wear those, like the ones you catch at Dave's Running New Balance, like the 574s. I think they are.
I love the 574s.
That's too daddish. That's like,
you know what we need to get you?
We
need to get you into a pair of Nike Air Monarchs.
That's where I was going.
That is the dad shoe. In fact, I don't know if you guys know this, but that is like Nike's #1 selling shoe.
Didn't Nike make a retro version, or somebody styled one? I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago.
The one that looked like it had tumors in it?
Yes.
That thing was ridiculous. That was the ugliest shoe I've ever seen.
Crazy looking.
That was an outlet
I will
shoe.
wear that before I'll wear the original.
Oh my
goodness.
No,
you're wild.
I am
If
wild.
you said you'd rather wear like the Monarch Mark II, like the one they tried to make cool for kids, like that I'd understand. But no, that thing.
No, that one was whack.
That looked like Martin Lawrence when he fought, when he was in that boxing match. No, I'm cool on those.
I mean, I can rock them. I'll do it.
You know what? I would actually rock the Monarchs in an all black colorway. I like the black with it's got a little bit of white in it, but it's mostly black. I would wear them.
You might as well just go all black Air Force Ones. You about to go rob
Yeah,
somebody?
that's what I was gonna say.
Like, that's a B&E
Rob
shoe.
somebody on a
I mean,
job.
if you wear the white ones, you know what's funny about the white ones? Like the white ones have like a certain life. You know, it's like they get them. Dads get them brand new. They start wearing them. Eventually, they turn into mowing the lawn shoes. So anytime you see those things like on the secondary market or in a thrift store or something, they always have green bottoms. It just it's a part of the Monarch, the dad life. Chasing these little kids around, mowing the lawn, you know, doing things.
Dad.
Also, this guy wears Yeezy 700s. And
I love the 700s. The 700s
that's
are awesome.
a dad shoe, too. You might as well rock some Monarchs.
All I wear is 700s. You won't catch me in 350s, ever.
This is true. You will not catch him in 350s.
You'll never catch me at 350.
You wear 500s?
500, 700, and the boots, and that's it.
He's a 700 guy. Don't let him
I'm
fool
more
you.
of a 700. I'm dying to get some of those Stone, maybe. The Stones are pretty sweet. There's some shoes I'm waiting for my size to come in. Just hasn't happened.
Look at you.
Yeah, if I'm wearing Yeezys, I'm wearing a 350.
Look at that tie game.
Ooh.
Ohio State, Alabama, 7-7.
Sevens. I'll take it. When's the next Soul Status After Dark? I know you guys have been trying to get a few in.
We've been randomly doing them.
Yeah.
Just pretty much almost every night we've been recording.
We really appreciate like everybody who's been watching.
Yeah,
and people
definitely.
who haven't subscribed to us already. You definitely want to go ahead and subscribe to the channel.
Yep.
Obviously, we're going to be doing different kinds of videos too. So we've been doing some vlogs. We've been doing some podcast format. Let us know in the comments down below what kind of videos you want to see us do more of.
If you've gotten all the way through here, please hit that like. Even if you don't subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. And also to our fans watching this, thank you so much. We've hit 100 subscribers, which is a big deal for us. It's only been a week so far. Thank you all. We really do appreciate that. That means a lot.
Shout out to the dude who clowned me last week for saying I drink 40 White Claws.
Oh,
I
my
appreciate
gosh.
you.
Oh, did you see that?
That was hilarious. I was dying. I was like, killing them. I love that. Keep giving us that.
Hey,
Those
you can
comments were
roast
great.
me all day, man. It's all good.
Those
I love it.
comments were hilarious.
I responded to him from like my personal YouTube account.
That's great.
So shout out to you guys. Like, share, subscribe,
Yeah.
and we'll do it again. We'll be back.
I think we're out of things to say, so we'll catch you guys on the next one.
See you guys.